Hello, I'm Michelle Sprung, and I am the host of Shot for Shot episode 9? 9. Yeah, this one. You may recognize me from episode 8, and you may recognize Heather from episode 8. I don't know why I repeated that. Alright, so instead of going head to head like last time, you're actually going to be a test contestant. I'm going to tell you guys what to do. Alright, so we are reviewing the movie Almost Famous in 10 minutes while drunk. Heather, tell me your name, your age, and then some fact about why are you laughing at me? You said Heather, tell me your name.
That's okay, take your time. No rush.
My name's Heather Robb. I am 22, and I am a music nerd, and you'll find that out when you see this footage.
I have made her cry. Jake is not brought to tears. Jake, tell me your name, your age, and a fun fact about you.
Hi, my name is Jake. I am 21 years old, and a fun fact about me is I have a beard.
We are going to do shot for shot, and we're going to see who can remember more of this movie in 10 minutes.
You're on. So, Almost Famous, a film by Cameron Crowe, my personal favorite director. Starts off with William Miller as a young boy. He's very intelligent. His mother loves him.
Mom that's like totally psychotic, and her daughter looks like she's definitely stoned.
His sister, Anita, played by Zooey Deschanel.
And then the mom starts freaking out about Simon and Garfunkel, but it's like, girl, just you wait until Motley Crue comes on the scene. Like, Simon and Garfunkel is nothing.
She listens to rock and roll music, listens to songs, quote, about promiscuous drug use and sex.
Anyways, the daughter runs out because the mom's a bitch.
She gives all of her records to her brother William and becomes a huge fan of rock and roll music.
Then it cuts to like a couple years in the future. He's 15 now.
Basically like the rock and roll king of his school. William ends up having a spot at Cream magazine.
He's a journalist, even though his mom hates rock and roll. Because apparently she's Dr. Righteous. I know no one's going to get that reference, but I'm sticking with it.
He befriends Lester Bangs. You may recognize him from an R.E.M. song, played by the late, great Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Kind of up his own ass, but like you kind of get that he means well. He's just like just a hipster guy. And the kid gets an opportunity to write with Rolling Stone for an article.
Lester Bangs is all like, it's about, don't make friends. This is a serious business. It's about journalistic integrity, and he kind of internalizes that. He ends up going to this Black Sabbath concert against his mother's wishes. And she's like, no drugs, this is just for business only. This is only for business purposes. And he ends up meeting the band Stillwater.
And then there's this trouble happening on with the band where literally the guy from My Name is Earl starts fighting with this guitarist.
This groupie whose name is Penny Lane, and she has kind of an ongoing relationship with Russell, the guitar player for Stillwater.
Definitely fucking this one groupie who calls herself Penny Lane.
He is very underage, and he is very overage.
Totally making hard eyes at this groupie while she's like messing around with this rock star that doesn't really care about her. He's got a girlfriend back home.
But anyway, so Stillwater invites him onto the tour as, Stillwater starts rising, their star starts rising. And they're riddled with challenges.
There's trouble in paradise because the guitarist starts to make things all about himself. He gets electrocuted on stage.
They make t-shirts of Stillwater.
Their first band merch, because they're this band that's like just on the rise. Photo on the t-shirt totally looks like a Bad Company album cover.
Russell is the only one that you can see because Russell's the one who symbolizes it's about being real and truthful, even though he's lying to everybody. And Jason Lee, he plays Jeff, and he's the singer, and he's about your roots and about having fun with your friends, so there's clearly a divide there.
And it's totally ridiculous, and they freak out and have this big fight. And then the guitarist literally runs away, joins this party with these high schoolers, so drugged up, cheats death again when he jumps into a pool from a roof. The kid is touring with this band throughout all of these ups and downs.
William's mother keeps calling him intermittently at every hotel. The staff's like, bro, you gotta talk to your mother because she's like really mad.
Literally, this mom thinks that rock and roll is the devil, and you're literally driving into Black Sabbath, whatever.
Stillwater still has this internal conflict where they want to be something greater, but they don't want to give up their, their roots, so to speak.
And then the kid finds out that, oh, Rolling Stone wants to make him on the cover. He can't get this guitarist to do the interview because he's busy, he's on tour. But there's a dinner scene where, things are going well. And the groupie is just like kind of in the background, like making hard eyes at the guitarist while his girlfriend's right there. And of course she notices and calls him out on this. They just brought in a new manager who put them on a plane.
Played by Jimmy Fallon. Can't remember his name.
He's a dork. I can't see him as anything but Jimmy Fallon.
Weird to see him here.
Then the band is back on their airplane, and the plane starts crashing.
They get into this whole crazy long plane crash sequence where Russell's like, I hate you, you're nothing to me, and Jeff is like, I hate you too.
Everyone just starts spilling their guts and yelling at each other, and it turns out everyone is fucked everyone else. One guy admits that he's gay because he thinks he's going to die.
Which is pretty big for the 70s.
And then they don't die. And it's like, oh.
Rolling Stone magazine's like, you got to get this story. Stillwater's going to be huge. You got to, get this story out.
At the end of his deadline to write this article, and he just decides to write everything that's happened.
He announces they're going to be on the cover of Rolling Stone. This basically, implodes the band.
When the Rolling Stone calls them to confirm it, they deny everything because it's embarrassing to them.
And Penny Lane, ODs, and they save her life. And William goes back home because he's had enough of it. And he reconnects with his sister, Anita. Russell gets his address, and they finally finish the interview.
The guitarist apologized to the kid, and he ends up calling Rolling Stone and saying, yeah, I lied. The article's totally true. This guy knows what he's talking about, even though he's 15 years old.
This movie is about Cameron Crowe's life, so it's based on things that happened to him. Stillwater's music is okay, they're not that great. They have run-ins with other famous bands, they talk about David Bowie, Humble Pie, they have Sabbath, they mentioned earlier. A movie that's about music and also about making music and about the pressures, so that's really interesting. They play Tangerine by Led Zeppelin from Led Zeppelin 3 at the very end of the movie, but they cut it up weird, so it doesn't, it's just a weird hard cut in the middle of the track, and it just messes up the whole ending. But that is Almost Famous in a nutshell.
But yeah, that's the movie.
All right, we are back, and we are currently outside of the hot seat. How do you think you did, Heather?
So. I tried.
Have some confidence in yourself. Try again.
I don't think I did bad, but I don't think I did overwhelmingly good.
All right. How do you think you did?
I feel like I did pretty good.
Have some self-hate. Come on. Get with it, dude.
I forgot a few plot points, including Tiny Dancer. Can't believe I forgot that. But
no one said Tiny Dancer. I am hella disappointed in all of you. I know you did. All right. Drum roll, please. Heather.
What?
You win.
Oh, thanks.
Jake, you legit got halfway through. You got into the 6-minute mark and then no longer had things to say and had to bullshit the rest of it. Also, you missed my favorite part of the movie, which was when he comes back into the bedroom and they do the recording thing. So I was slightly peeved about that.
You remember characters' names, and that's something that I can't say for myself. You should be proud of yourself.
it's all for fun. It's all about the music. Oh, sorry. Let me take this here. It's all about the music and the artistry and about having a good time. And Almost Famous by Cameron Crowe is an American classic. And I recommend that everybody who likes movies about music watch this movie. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say right now. There you go.
All right. Any last words?
I did not come here to win, but I cannot complain.
Well, you did not complain, and I give you props for that. Also, never let them hold the microphone. Newscaster 101. don't make the mistake of letting them hold the microphone. You will not get it back, and then someone will talk for 20, 30 minutes about God and just ambush the whole... I'm sorry, I have some built-up tension. All right, we'll see you next time. I may or may not be here. We may not know. I'll be hiding under the table if I am not here, so have a good day.